It's not for you, dude. It's not for you. You can't handle all this beef jerky. Yo, shout out to Matt Got Sauce with the sub. I appreciate it. They really hate the BBC. Yeah, we're losing. I got bad news for everybody, man. Oh, man. We're losing black jobs. Joe Biden, we're losing more black jobs. Look at Siggy at the top right there. YouTube algorithm. He ain't lying. In case you missed it, in the latest ongoing saga of Go Woke, Go Broke, the wokies have taken a major L. Microsoft, creators of Windows, creators of the Xbox, and also founders of the blacks at Xbox. See, this is a devastating blow to the wokies because a lot of y'all think that I'm joking when I talk about the blacks at Xbox. Joe Biden was not lying. There was a team inside of Microsoft Xbox division called the Blacks at Xbox. Let me see if I can find it. Our Blacks at Xbox. Is this it? A note, yeah, see. 2019. This week at GDC 2019, our blacks at Xbox Community Award at the 2019 Jerry Lawson Grant for Career Development. In 2015, Microsoft has been on the DEI wave since 2015. We formed the Blacks at Xbox as a way of connecting with one across the team Xbox. We wanted to create a community to support each other and uplift the black community within the gaming industry. Yes, this is real. Y'all think when we be joking about this shit on streaming and podcasts, the Blacks at Xbox was a real thing. The Negroes at Microsoft. Well, it looks like that team might have been disbanded. Let's go into detail. Microsoft's Hard R, or DEI, I mean, lead Blast Company an internal email after the team is reportedly laid off. Microsoft is reportedly shutting down its nigga division, DEI, according to an internal email sent by the team's leader to a significant number of Microsoft staff last week, in which the lead also accuses the company's executive leadership of investigated and evidence discrimination, harassment, and toxicity. Say it ain't so, Microsoft. Say it ain't so. The email, first reported by Business Insider and corroborated by IGN, was sent by the former lead of one of Microsoft's key DEI teams. In it, they state that their role and team were eliminated due to changing business needs as of July 1st, 2024. IGN understands that the individual and the second person on their team were both laid off, but was not able to reach the sender for comment. The email goes on to assert that the nigga programs are in danger, not just at Microsoft, but across all niggas are in trouble. Unofficially, in my opinion, not specific to the Microsoft alone, but the Conservative Policy Plan Project 2025 looms, and true system changes work associated with the DEI programs everywhere are no longer business critical or smart as they were in 2020. Translation: you niggas are not a priority anymore. We've had enough of that diversity shit. Hence the purposeful and strategic 3 to 5 year shelf life of many companies' inclusion commitments post the murder of George Floyd are being reevaluated, the email reads. And the way I see it, the timing was impeccable so businesses everywhere could reevaluate the path forward should their US federal contract be at risk if the work continues on its face. The email goes on to praise the work of DEI nigga teams at Microsoft, saying that the impossible mountains were moved during their tenure and they celebrate the brilliant, ethical, and world-class strategists at the company, helping to make the world a better place. However, they're also accused executive leadership of investigated and evidence. And we already read that, right? I bring this up to say this. If your YouTube algorithm is looking fucked up, this is why. Because I know all the Go Woke, Go Broke channels on YouTube are going to have a field day with this shit. And that's what Siggy was talking about on the tweet. They're going to eat this shit up. Me personally, I don't like to see anybody lose jobs. I think that's really weird. Like, I get it. We're fighting the war against the cultural war. You keep that shit in the ghetto. We don't want your fucking DEI influence. I get it. You guys are pushing an agenda, but let's just take a step back and look at this from a human perspective. What you're actually saying is you're happy people lost their jobs. And to me, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. It is a little weird. You don't want somebody to be able to feed their family. Yeah, that Jack wallpaper is from Wallpaper Engine. Yeah. So hopefully people get back on their feet. They're probably going to run with this on YouTube for at least a good week. So just be ready for your algorithm to be destroyed. Luckily, I've muted a lot of those channels, so I don't see a lot of that shit. Take this with a super grain of salt. But there's a rumor floating around. Sea of Z's is not the only game coming to PlayStation. Hi-Fi Rush is not the only game coming to PlayStation. Shout out to K-Dot the God with the big raid, and shout out to Chris with the subs. What up, Zuri? There's now a rumor floating around on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors Reddit that Gears of War E-Day could come to PlayStation 5. There's a job listing. Senior online client engineer, Gears of War, the Coalition. As part of the Coalition's online team, you'll work on Gears of War E-Day, the next mainline entry in the Gears of War franchise. This job requirement requires experience with Xbox Live, PSN, Steam, and other online gaming platforms. If this is true, Xbox console is dead. And here's the actual job listing. If anybody's trying to work for the Coalition, here you go. Now, take this with a super grain of salt. Does this mean it's coming to PlayStation? No. Because in the job listing, it might be asking you to have experience working with all these platforms because they just want somebody who has as much experience as possible. Like, people could be reading too much into this. This game might only be coming to Xbox. They just want somebody who has a lot of experience coding for different platforms. That's all. The more experience, the better. But it could also mean they want somebody who has experience working with the PlayStation Network because it is coming to PlayStation. So take it with a super grain of salt. Not Xbox, not gonna die. PS just needs games. I guess, I don't know. No exclusives, no reason to own. Game Pass, if you don't care about owning games, it's still cheaper. Does anyone know if you thought about Once Human? Nah, I haven't. I've been sick. I haven't played it. So remember where you heard it here first. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, don't be shocked if it does come to PlayStation. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care if it does. I'm all for letting as many people play a good game as possible. It would be weird to see this game on PlayStation. Excuse me. I'm gonna be coughing and sounding congested, y'all. I'm sorry. Are you listening to the new Gambino album tonight? I didn't know he was dropping tonight. Probably not. I'm probably getting more rest because I'm still trying to heal. Game Pass is still the shit. The strat will always be Series S for Game Pass and PS. As I'm saying, the value is still Game Pass for people who don't care about owning games. And they know that because they just launched Game Pass on the Amazon Fire Stick. That's like $75. You can stream games from the Fire Stick on your TV or whatever. So I think that's their strategy, adding more value to the Game Pass as the years go on. I just hope that doesn't mean adding more price hikes. Shout out to Veggie with the sub. Appreciate it. Just eat some snacks. That's how you feel better in the games. Right. So remember where you heard it here first.
What's up, everybody? Welcome.
And what the fuck is WB Games doing? I feel like Multiverses has kind of slid under the strain on the cloud gaming sucks though. No, your internet sucks. I've used it. What'd you catch? Cucamongus. No, your internet sucks. I've used the cloud gaming. It's fine. I actually been impressed by the Xbox cloud gaming. Have you used it? What's your internet speed? I feel like Multiverses just slid under the radar thanks to Suicide Squad. But matter of fact, thank you for reminding me, Neo. Suicide Squad's been doing so bad It's actually free on Amazon Prime. Let me see. Suicide Squad. Thank you for reminding me. You can get it for free right now. Free PC games for Prime Day include Suicide Squad and Rise of Tomb Raider. Mind you, this game came out this year. You can get it for free. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get it for free. They should just make the game free to play at this point. Just do it. What is the fucking problem? If you want to salvage the game, but I found this video hit my sub box. Some more rumors coming out of the WB camp. I just want to highlight the actual rumor part. This shit sounds crazy.
And if it does happen, God help those people. And actually,
take it with a grain of salt too.
God himself is the only entity around us that can possibly like intervene, you know, in this situation. Otherwise, they're completely screwed. Immediately should send off, you know, like a red alarm that is probably fake just because it's on 4chan. So they say Rocksteady desperately wants to gain back consumer trust after Suicide Squad bombed and how people reacted negatively.
Welcome to the stream, Smith's son.
To Arkham Shadows.
This rumor is coming from 4chan, so take it with a grain of salt.
Being a VR game. They want to pitch an actual Justice League game and a majority of the assets reused from Suicide Squad and make it more of a single-player AAA
reusing assets
game. Zaslav and other executives are convinced that games as a service are the future and refuse to believe that Suicide Squad failed because of it. Basically, they want to give Rocksteady another chance, but they need to make this Justice League game a games as a service as well. Most of the pitches right now is how monetization would work in this new game over actual gameplay and mechanics because WB are that greedy, and that's what they want to hear most of all. Right now, there's two main pitches, and one of them is a sequel to Arkham Knight that shows the story of...
Just repeat what he said. Take this with a grain of salt because it's a rumor. But let's act like it's true. If it is true, during this pitch, Rocksteady wants to make a good game, but all WB wants is, how are you going to monetize it? Not, how can we make this fun for the consumer? How can we add value? What's an interesting, unique story we can tell? What unique gameplay mechanics and co-op features can we do? How can we make as much money as possible? Absolutely fucking disgusting. Right at the drawing, the pre-production phase.
Of how Batman and Superman form the League as they are kidnapped, double down and make Suicide Squad still canon, with a new game having the League be fugitives and trying to rebuild public trust after their actions in Suicide Squad Kill a Justice League. Monetization is that you only play as Superman and Batman at launch, with some gameplay segments letting you play as Wonder Woman, Flash, and Green Lantern. Each character released post-launch with seasons focused on them and individual storylines and battle pass.
Why does every game need a season? Why? I'm sick of this shit. Battle passes and season. Why does 2K have a season? Why?
For each character, parts of the Gotham City from Arkham Knight and parts of Metropolis from Suicide
Blame Fortnite.
Are reused. New areas like Themyscira.
Yo, as successful as Fortnite was, like, I feel like you can pinpoint. If I could go back in time like Barry Allen or Wally West and just touch everybody's monitor when Fortnite came out, like, don't play this, don't buy the battle pass. That and when VC was introduced in 2K, if there were like pivotal moments where I could run back in time and try to convince people of the damage that will be done. I can't enunciate because my fucking nose is stopped. I would do it. I would fucking do it.
Keystone City,
Overwatch's loot boxes, yeah, Flashpoint Gaming,
World Root. These would just be recreations and not the actual cities. Right now, morale is low. Devs and employees just want to make a fun game akin to the old Arkham series, but WB refuses to budge. Rumors are that Monolith's Wonder Woman game are also...
What did I tell y'all? A lot of people be blaming these developers. It's the corporate greed, the suits. Like, imagine being someone who loves video games. You go to school to learn how to code, program video games, and then you get into the business and you learn the business of it. You're working extra long hours and you're told what to do all the fucking time. That shit is like demoralizing.
also going through
And you have to deal with this shit because game development is so expensive.
similar problems, and that game is being redesigned to be more like games as a service with battle passes and skin purchases, but still being a single player game, albeit with co-op. All right. I gotta be real. That co-op part, I don't remember reading that the first time I read this leak. I can't believe it. I can't. Like, there's a part of me that thinks nobody could be that dumb.
Yeah, all that to get randomly fired like Hi-Fi Rush. You can make a good game, it still don't matter.
And in fact, actually, if you go to, like, you see, like, the upvotes and downvotes on Reddit, if you go to, like, the #1 comments, it's, like, triple, the amount of likes on this post. And the first one is, like...
That's the gist of it, though. I couldn't find the post. Well, because I don't be on 4chan, so I had to use this video. But I couldn't find, like, a repost. But take it with a grain of salt. It's not confirmed. I'm going to lean towards this is not true. Good luck, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's made by Monolith. Although it's still under Warner Bros. They haven't even found a lead director for that game. They're still hiring. That game ain't never coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if 2 years from now you see an article that shit is canceled. A Justice League game would be fun, but it needs to be a single player / co-op story driven action adventure game. Like Arkham. It cannot be a game that's a live service game predicated on crazy gameplay loops. Just let us be the Justice League and play with our friends and play a fun story. That's all we want to do. It doesn't need to be super complicated. I don't want to have to shoot 1,000 purple men just to fight a heavy purple to get an artifact to craft a weapon that might do 5% more damage. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Oh, and then do the dailies, the weeklies, the monthlies, and buy a season pass. No, thank you. I'm telling you, WB Games, they ruin everything they touch. It's bad. They finna be charging us 20 for a Reverse Flash outfit. Yep. And that's just a yellow suit. Best you'll get is Gotham Knights clone. Take it or leave it. We had Gotham Knights though. That wasn't the A team that worked on Gotham Knights. That was the B team. That was WB Montreal, I believe. That's the one that worked on Arkham Origins. I've always wanted to get into game development when I was younger. But there's way too much BS involved with being a developer. It's like being a rapper, being excited to make it out the hood, and then you get signed and you're dealing with all that corporate bull. It's the same exact thing. It's just a nerd version. Fucking sucks. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 beta dates revealed for the first time. It's happening on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC all at once. PlayStation was worried that Xbox was going to gatekeep Call of Duty, but the beta's happening all at once. If you remember, it always happened on PlayStation first and then PC and Xbox. What if they did another superhero MMO? Is it going to be like City of Heroes? That's all that matters. If it's like City of Heroes, maybe. The beta is going down August 30th to the 4th. Early access, that's for people who pre-ordered or you have Game Pass. And then open beta is from the 6th to the 9th. That's all I got for you there, if you care about it. I got Game Pass, so I'll be on it day one. Early access, I believe. That's another way to add value to people. Give people access to betas and shit like that. Just keep adding value to the consumer if you want people to subscribe to the Game Pass. And then last but not least, but in other news in terms of Call of Duty, I don't even know why this is news. Black Ops 6 players can't turn off the Omni movement. That's one of the big things that they've been touting. You'll be able to move in all different types of directions, which dolphin divers are going to love. I guess some people don't like it. And they commented on it. The senior director across various Call of Duty studios confirmed as much as recently in the new Call of Duty podcast that aired in the first episode this week. While answering specific questions from the community and clearing up uncertainties such as whether or not you can turn off Omni movement. Omni movement is a core foundational mechanic of the game. You cannot turn it off. Why was this a fucking question? Yeah, Siggy's gonna love it. Remember earlier in the stream, I said, I feel like a lot of people genuinely, and I think because there's more casuals than ever, just don't understand game development. This is a stupid fucking question. They're doing a podcast taking questions from the community, and this is what you asked? They highlighted it during the Xbox press conference. Clearly, it's a core feature in the game. Why would some people be able to turn it off? Like, why would they allow for some people to turn it off and then other people can't use it? Like, everybody needs to be doing the same thing in the game to keep it balanced. That's just balance 101. Why the fuck would you be able to turn it off? It's not like motion blur or something like that. COD players are stupid. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all, the COD community, you Warzone niggas are not beating the allegations of being dumbasses. Low IQ. They swear they're better than the 2K Madden. No, you niggas is right there in terms of stupid. The anime, 2K, Call of Duty, FIFA community, y'all are all on the same level of village idiot. What a waste of a question. Will we be able to remove a core mechanic out of the... That's like saying, we'll be able to turn off the guns and only use knives? Maybe in a custom match, but that's about it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Look at the comments. People are just engagement farming. What? Let's see. Which, by the way, they're doing a Call of Duty podcast
Things that I would
now.
love to clear up.
The COD pod. I don't know if it's engagement. I don't know. Like, yo, we got to stop calling everything engagement farming. I think some of these people are generally just stupid. We have to give stupid people credit for the things that they produce. They just want a carbon copy of the same game. Yeah, it's new. Let's try it out. And if we don't like it, we won't play the game, especially because it's on Game Pass. Most of y'all are not buying the game. You're renting it. If you don't like it, stop renting it. And then they'll take the feedback, and next year it won't be in the game if people hate it. But we got to give space for developers to either succeed or fail. Complaining about a new feature, you niggas complain there's no new features. Now they're trying something new, you're complaining. Stop wasting time. These losers want to relive the Black Ops 2 copy and paste, but then they'll complain about that. This shit is just Black Ops 2.5. Let them. We have to give them space to either fail or succeed. Let's try it before we complain. Speaking of 2K, you saw 2K accounts hating on College Football 25. Yep. I seen that shit. They just mad 2K suck. You played Nobody Wants to Die? No, I don't know that one. In more positive news, Baldur's Gate 3 is suffering from success. Let's see. Baldur's Gate 3 is suffering from success, like DJ Khaled. Apparently, they've been struggling to develop their new game because they've just been so busy collecting so many rewards for the game. The New York Video, Games Critics Circle, the Game Awards, the Gaming Awards, the Game Developers Choice Awards. They spoke to Edge about this shit. They said we just winning so much, which is funny, by the way, because I was reading the comments on Hokage Highlights, and somebody said that, like, he was like, what's up with all your videos? All you do is, he's like, I don't watch all of them, but he's like, all your videos just seem negative. If you sit in my streams, I feel like I talk about more positive news than negative. Now, I always do lead with a negative article, and that's more so I can title it a certain way, because I mean, let's look at the views. Let's look at the views. You niggas, anytime I talk about something I like and I put it in the title, nobody clicks. I don't know, man. Let's look at all these. I'm getting some really, but this channel at 18,000 subscribers is about to pass my main channel. But if you watch the full videos, it's mostly positive articles. I just bait you in with something negative, but it's usually 40 minutes of positive shit. Here's another example. I highlight positive shit all the fucking time. But if I title this video, Baldur's Gate 3 developers can't stop winning, nobody's gonna click that shit. You don't care. So to answer the question, yeah, people's attention, you gotta do, let me tell you something about content creators. You gotta do what you gotta do to get people's click. Once you get them in, they're watching. College football kind of gas. Yeah, I heard you, people were saying you liked it. I'm surprised. I just finished watching the Black Wukong vid, just about people love the controversy. So to answer your question, the person in that comment section that was saying that shit, why do you title your videos, or why do they seem negative? They're not. You hit them with the negative and then it's mostly positive. I do it because it works.